The new $100 bill has a new look, and thousands walk and run in the fight against AIDS.
We have a new app for music lovers, and for you sports lovers, we have a football viral video that will amaze you. Hello, I'm Miguel Reyes.
And I'm Joanna Hernandez. You're watching Metro Minutes.
This is Metro Minutes with Joanna Hernandez, Miguel Reyes, Caitlin Baxa, Angela Ford, Ellen Schaefer-Hartel, Sarah Salgado. This is Metro Minutes.
The $100 bill undergoes a facelift. The new Mr. Benjamin comes with some high-tech features. It has a 3D motion strip down the center to stop fraud. The bill also includes an optical illusion of the Liberty Bell turning into the number 100. About 2/3 of the bills in the circulation are held overseas.
Chicago police say they have seized more than 5,000 illegal guns so far this year. Superintendent Gary McCarthy called for the passage of a State House bill. The bill would create tougher penalties for criminals who carry illegal guns. McCarthy claims over the 100 shootings wouldn't have occurred had there been stricter guns control laws in place.
College students benefiting from food stamps may be facing major problems. Some college students may be left in the dark after a new bill plans to cut food stamps aid. The bill, which has already made its way to the House of Representatives, will trim $39 billion in food stamps for the next 10 years. A recent report by the University of Maine says 12.6% of students ages 19 to 24 use food stamps to help cover living costs.
I think it's unfair because a lot of college students can't manage both their times with class and homework and work, so it's definitely unfair.
As of now, students will continue to receive food stamps benefits, but Congress will have the final vote.
Thousands of people gathered at Soldier Field recently to raise funds for the fight against AIDS. As I found out, many of those who participated have been personally touched by the devastating disease.
Thousands of people laced up their shoes and went walking and running for a good cause on September 28th. Some in memory of a loved one like Lindy Clabb, whose sister died 20 years ago from AIDS.
I just truly support the cause of helping people with the diagnosis of HIV or AIDS live a truly dignified and healthy lifestyle.
Chicago House, an organization that provides housing for transgendered and HIV-positive individuals, was a big contributor this year.
I thought it was an awesome opportunity to interact with people with a very similar focus.
The United Nations says HIV has infected 35.3 million people worldwide. 1 million people are living with HIV in the United States alone.
The event raised almost $500,000 to help 35 community-based organizations to continue their AIDS prevention awareness.
Our organizations are helping people affected by HIV/AIDS. We rely on government grants, but government grants can't do it alone. So it's fundraisers like this to help really complete the package of services.
The raised money will go to help more than 35,000 individuals living with HIV and AIDS in Chicago.
The City of Chicago announces the bike-sharing program DV Bikes will run year-round. The convenient bike transportation program helps Chicagoans and visitors throughout the summer, and the city wants to expand the experience. Over 300,000 trips were made since the program launched in June. The city says if more funding becomes available, it hopes to expand from the current boundaries of 6300 North and 6300 South. 240 bike stations have been installed across the city. Officials say they have hoped to bump that number to 400 by the spring.
The holiday season is always hectic at shopping centers, but Walmart is going to be ready this year. The world's largest retailer said that it's bringing on 55,000 seasonal workers to handle the holiday rush this year. The company says these extra workers will allow for better customer service for the busy season. With the extra, Walmart personnel will also be adding additional shopping hours to better serve its customers. And coming up, there's a new study on female confidence. We'll tell you what it reveals.
And some are expressing their disappointment at athletes. Find out why coming up.
Time is running out. According to my calculations, 1 in 5 kids in America struggles with hunger. How can so many children face hunger when there's more than enough food to feed them all? You're right, Barry. we can help solve hunger by teaming up with Feeding America to get food to hungry kids in communities across the country.
Help Flint and the Feeding America network of food banks get food to the people who need it in your community. Find your local Feeding America food bank at feedingamerica.org/hunger.
Together, we're Feeding America.
Crime on campus is one of the main stories that will be covered in this week's Chronicle headlines. My co-anchor Joanna Hernandez reports from the Columbia Chronicle's newsroom.
I'm here at the Chronicle with Alexandra Kokoka, the associate editor, and she's here to update us on some stories. So can you tell us what's going on campus?
Yeah, this week we wrote a story about the recent campus security reports that were released.
And can you tell us a little bit about that? How do they determine?
Yeah, well, we saw an increase in drinking violations. There were 440 of them, which is an increase from the 224 that were reported last year. So.
And can you tell us how they get the numbers?
Yeah, Columbia's numbers seem higher compared to the other colleges in the area because out of those colleges who share residents in the UC, Columbia is the only one that considers UC violations as campus violations as well. So that's why our numbers seem to stack up differently.
So the other campuses do not consider the UC part of the
well, Roosevelt, I was told, does, but the other ones do not.
All right, thank you. So can you tell us what's going on in Metro?
Yeah, we wrote a story this week about a study that was released that shows that new businesses and jobs are becoming more available in the downtown South Loop area.
And what does this mean for near communities?
The study also showed that the neighboring Latino and Black communities don't have any new businesses or jobs being offered, so it's all moving to downtown.
So there's a good thing and a bad thing out of these things.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So can you tell us what's going on in sports and health?
Yeah, we wrote a cool story about bocce ball.
Oh, cool. Can you tell us a little bit what bocce ball is?
Yeah, bocce ball is kind of like bowling meets pool meets skill, I guess. I don't know. You throw a main ball, like a white ball, a smaller one, and then there's two teams, and there's like a green or red color, two different colors, and you basically throw your ball to get as close to the white ball as possible, if that makes sense.
That's kind of interesting. So can you tell us why bocce ball is trending this week?
Yeah, we wrote a story because the Wicker Park Bocce Ball Club actually bought a space in the city for $1, and they get the space for 1.5 years, so that's pretty cool.
Can't beat $1.
Yeah, and they're actually having a tournament on October 18th and 19th, so you guys should go check it out.
So it'll be definitely awesome for people to come see. Can people go and play?
Yeah, these courts are open from noon to 7 p.m. every day, so if you guys want to get a team together, go for it.
That would definitely be awesome. So can you tell us where we could go and get to know more of these stories?
Yeah, you guys can pick us up every Monday or follow us on Twitter at CC Chronicle or check us out online at columbiachronicle.com.
Well, thank you so much. Back at the studio.
The city subway is receiving a 4G wireless makeover. The city is upgrading in some locations to make cellular network faster and more reliable. The city's existing wireless subway system dates back to the year 2005. The mayor wants to expand the wireless service to nearly 12 miles of the city subway tunnels. Some transit passengers say they had no longer tried to use their cell phones while traveling on the train. Currently, 6 major wireless service providers lease service to the CTA.
A new study finds that some college students may not feel ready for the real world. Caitlin Baxter joins us now with more on the story. Caitlin?
Researchers at Boston College have found that women are losing their self-confidence through college, while men are getting a completely different experience. A new study from Boston College reveals that female students are leaving college with less than they came with. Last spring's graduating class was given a self-evaluation their freshman and senior years. By comparing the two surveys, researchers found that female students lost confidence through their college experience.
I was actually surprised by the findings.
Therapist Laura Hunger has 3 daughters of her own and speaks to young women on an everyday basis. She suspects society is to blame for young women losing self-esteem.
Trying to be physically fit, look a certain way, be successful in their job, in their career, and that can be a lot of pressure for young women to try to feel like they're perfect.
The study showed female students left college with less confidence, despite having a higher GPA over the men. For freshman Natalie Baldwin, the results of this study have her questioning the road ahead.
It puts me more on edge. It's going to make me a little more aware of my surroundings, like with other females, especially within my major.
The study has other students raising questions as well. What interests most people is why females are losing their self-confidence and why the trend is reversed for men.
Are they talking about, you know, that glass ceiling for women in the classes, or are they encouraging them?
I feel like women in college are probably under even more stress than men in college, more pressure to, you know, fit in.
I think being at college, you see all your competition, so it might make you question yourself.
This study has garnered a lot of attention. Many women's health organizations have caught wind of the findings and are trying to tailor their programs to better suit female college students. Back to you.
Caitlin, what did the majority of the people think the cause was for females losing self-confidence in college?
Well, a lot of them agreed with Laura Hunger in that it's society and images portrayed in the media that's causing females to lose their self-esteem.
And what did the study specifically show about men?
For men, it was completely different than women. They actually gained self-confidence through college.
Thank you so much, Caitlin. In other news, studies show prostate cancer screening provided little benefit for older men. The U.S. Preventative Services Task Force stopped advocating the PSA for men of any age. Scientists claim most prostate cancers are slow-growing and won't be a threat to men over 75. Medicare will still reimburse patients for screenings and follow-up procedures.
Some famous athletes are coming under fire for promoting junk food to kids. Peyton Manning, LeBron James, and Serena Williams are just a few names listed by the medical journal Pediatrics. The journal accuses these big-time players of ranking in the cash by pushing unhealthy products, from pizza to cookies. Doctors hope the study will encourage athletes to back more nutritional options.
The Taste of Chicago turned a profit for the first time this year. The 5-day food fest made a profit of $272,000 and generated about $106 million in total business. The Taste included some major changes, including pop-up restaurants, food trucks, and evening concerts.
Are you looking for an easier, more efficient way of downloading music? Angela Ford has one suggestion in this week's update.
Are you tired of using gigabytes to download music on your phone? There's a music app available. Group Shark Mobile allows instant music streaming and is easily available for iPhones, Blackberries, Androids, and Palm devices. Once the app is downloaded, head straight to the magnifying icon to search for any artist. Group Shark automatically creates for you your own personal playlist. It keeps track of all of your recent songs, and the music can also be uploaded and shared with friends. If the app closes out, the playlist is still saved. I'm Angela Ford, and that's this week's App Date. Back to you.
Thank you, Angela. Stick around, we'll see what our movie critic thinks about Gravity.
And we'll take you to one of the best art fairs in the city. Back in a moment.
Do your part. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank today.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Another big honor for Scarlett Johansson. Esquire magazine names the actress sexiest woman alive for the second time. Johansson first got the honor at 21. At 28, she says this has been the busiest time of her life. Her latest movie, Don John, just dropped, and 2 more will hit the theaters in 2014.
Looking for a sci-fi thriller that will have you counting your lucky stars? Then Gravity is for you. Sarah Salgado has this week's movie review.
If you like sci-fi stunning graphics and in-depth plot lines, then you want to see Gravity. The R-rated movie stars Sandra Bullock and George Clooney.
Explorer, do you copy? Explorer, permission to retrieve Dr. Stone. Your go, Guam. Houston, this is Explorer. Copy. All right. We've lost Houston. We've lost Houston. Look, we need to get the hell out of here. Need some help there, man? No, don't wait for us.
The The movie takes place in outer space where Bullock and Clooney play two astronauts that are left adrift after a routine spacewalk turns disastrous. The two journey through the dark and lonely abyss in order to find a way to make it home to planet Earth, but not without several ups and downs that will take you on the ride of a lifetime.
Do it now! Houston, I've lost visual, Dr. Stone.
This movie will definitely give you a new take on outer space and will leave you hanging on to the edge of your seat. Aside from the stunning graphics, the acting in this film is amazing. Bullock and Clooney give the performance of a lifetime in their challenging roles. Gravity runs 91 minutes and every minute is worth it. I give it 4 stars. I'm Sarah Salgado with this week's movie review. Back to you.
Thanks, Sarah. An art festival in Wicker Park set the stage for the artists to present their work. Reporter Ellen Hartel joins us now with the details. Ellen?
The Coyote Art Festival is based in the Flatiron Building in Wicker Park. Artists who work and live in the building open their doors to the public and show off their work. Sculpture, paintings, and many more mediums were used to create this festival. Artists here at this show, like Pavel Chohan, say they are surrounded by inspiration.
My inspirations are literal, movies, music, people, especially people, and life.
Pavel says that when he moved to America and saw the community of artists at the Flatiron Building, he knew he wanted to be a part of it. The president of the Flatiron Arts Association says that most artists are drawn to this spot because it's different.
So we just decided to start our own thing.
After almost losing the entire festival in 2006 because of disagreements on where it would be held, the group is trying to bring it back.
Hopefully it will take off again.
The festival consists of 150 artists at the building at Milwaukee and Damon. Coyote used to be a week-long festival until 2006. Now it's only 3 days long. Kevin Lavick says he feels the Flatiron Building is in the perfect spot to show art because he says the neighborhood feels like it's the Times Square of Chicago.
I'm real happy with it. I feel like I'm getting away with something every day.
The show had a friendly atmosphere. It's definitely a must for anyone who enjoys art. Back to you.
Ellen, why is it called a coyote?
Well, back in the 80s, artists used to hang out in the Wicker Park area and they'd look at the top of the Flatiron Building and they said that the Flagstaff looked just like a coyote howling at the moon. So they'd say, let's all hang out around the coyote, and the name just stuck.
What other days are the studios open for people to check out this artist's work?
Every first Friday of the month, they open their doors for people to come look at their art.
Well, thank you, Ellen. Now, Starbucks says the coffee is on the house. The company is setting an example for lawmakers to work together by offering customers who buy a drink on others' behalf free coffee. The offer will run till next week. The CEO says he hopes elected officials will work together and do the same for the country.
You may think some college and professional football players are impressive. Wait until you see this Canadian high school football player run over the competition in this week's viral video.
That's unbelievable. He's like a walking bulldozer.
I wouldn't want to get in his way. That's all we have for today. I am Miguel Reyes.
And I'm Joanna Hernandez. Thank you for watching Metro Minutes.